Well, hello everybody. This is Keith Jowers with Dads for Life, and we are here with Friday Night Live. We were having a little issue there getting started, but we are here, and we appreciate each and every one of you for being with us here tonight on Friday Night Live at Dads for Life. I am Keith Jowers, founder of Dads for Life, and we are a organization that's been around for 16 years, a nonprofit organization that's here to encourage, enhance, enrich the life of dads and what we consider the greatest asset on earth, and that is their children. So we appreciate each and every one of you for joining all of our broadcasts and what we do here at Dads for Life, and trying to encourage dads to stay involved, and be there for life for your children. It is so awesome when that really happens all your lives. You realize that, hey, you've done your best, you've raised them up, and now here they are, an adult, and they are on their way to building their own legacy, just as you've been doing with them all the years. So we're here tonight to talk to you about inspiration. 10 ways that you can be inspirational with your children and for your children. Isn't it important to be inspirational to your kids? Do we need inspiration in our world today? Oh my goodness, do we ever? I tell you, it has been kind of a whirlwind these last few months, right? And we've all had some changes. We've all had some things we've had to work with over our change, and to work around and change the way we're doing some things, and maybe working from home, and being more involved and with our job from a long distance. And I tell you, it's just been kind of different, especially with our education of our kids. Have you had to inspire your children over these last 4 months? Absolutely. And we still don't know. I mean, they're trying to get the schools back open, but we don't know where we're going to become next month, do we? Well, tonight we just want to give you 10 tips on being inspirational with your children. And you can find out more. We'll list some of these on our website here shortly, that you can find out at dadsforlife.com, and find out more that what we're doing there to reach and teach dads throughout the world. And we get a lot of moms that follow what we do as well. So, but tonight we're going to be talking about 10 ways to be inspirational to your children and sharing inspiration with your children. Number one, let's talk about that. Practice what you preach. I mean, my goodness, mentor and coaching your children is so exciting sometimes if they're getting it right. Sometimes you have to really stay on them. You have to be with them consistently and trying to help them with the project that you're doing, with the sport you're teaching them, something that you're doing to help them be better at whatever they're doing, right? So you have to, as a coach and mentor, be with them, but it can be inspirational for you and them. Actually, it's incredibly inspiring to work with your kids, because it kind of builds that relationship that I talk about on a regular basis. Number two, encourage hands-on activities. You know, getting involved with your hands, getting your hands dirty sometimes. I love watching our niece and nephew and their children, and their children are out working in the yard and mowing the grass and helping to pull weeds and do things in the yard sometimes, because it's helping them to get outside and enjoy the sunshine, but also to be able to work with their hands, and the parents working with them to help pull weeds and do things together. And you can have so many teachable moments that way when you're actually doing hands-on activities. I mean, getting in there, working with your hands, and getting dirty sometimes with your children is very important when it comes to teaching them a lesson about life. Number three, expect more from your kids. Sometimes I don't think we give them enough credit. Give your kids responsibility and expect more from them. If they don't get it right away, then continue working with them and helping them and being involved with trying to help them do things a little bit better. But if they fail at something, don't get on to them. Help encourage them to learn to do it right. So you're actually expecting more from your kids and you're believing they can do more, but sometimes they need a little help to be able to do more. Number 4, provide the raw materials. If you're going to have some arts and crafts with them or teach them some arts and crafts, have some arts and crafts around the house. I remember when our daughter was young, and now I see her and her husband do it with their children, is they have a lot of coloring crayons around and a lot of coloring books, and they teach their kids how to color, but they let them color outside the line a lot too. Let your kids color outside the line. But have the raw materials that you want them when they have some idle time, that they'll be able to not just play with a toy or a video game, but actually build something with the crafts, with the stuff that you have around for them to build. They can build a great snowman out of cotton and glue and popsicle sticks. If you just give them the material, they'll come up with something that they build out of their own creativity, out of their own mind. Number 5, team up them with other peers of their age group and let them see what they can do together. And they find project and outlets for your children at their age group to be able to do together. It's very rewarding sometimes just to watch that. You ever been around a group of kids and they don't really have anything to do except, play, but they come up with these games sometimes and out of their own creativity, out of their own mind, and they really just kind of, they just have fun all to themselves and really get involved with doing things together. And it's really fun to watch that sometimes. But sometimes you may have to encourage them to get started with some projects, but it's fun to be able to watch them create their own activities. But if they're around their own age group and their peers, they can come up with some great ideas. Number 6 is congratulate them with their results. When they have their good results, congratulate them. And when the results are not that bad, don't just put them down and talk negative with them, but actually have some learning lessons with them on it, but congratulate any success that they're having with the project. I think when a child realizes for themselves that they have the ability and the potential to accomplish something, it's really rewarding for them in their own mind. So you want to encourage good results and congratulate them on it. Make sure you push them out of their comfort zone a little bit sometimes. Number 7 is learning about different cultures and ways of life, and actually, maybe exploring some educational websites with them, like there's a website out there for all the national parks that you can go to, and you can take them actually into the park through the website and let them see the caverns and see the livestock all over the plains running around. I mean, you can do a lot of things with them online educationally. You just have to maybe search it out for yourself, but then say, hey, come on in, let's look at this. Instead of just watching more TV, actually have some educational programming that they can get involved with and push them out of their comfort zone. When our daughter was young, we took her on a missions trip, and on that missions trip to Venezuela, she wasn't in our group, she was in another group. And she was kind of upset about that, but yet she learned a lot with being with her friends in that other group away from mom and dad, even though we were keeping up with what she was doing. But she was only 13 years old, but it changed her whole mindset about mission trips and traveling the world, and she's taken some awesome vacations to other countries as well because of that early learning for her in going to another country and learning about their culture. So pushing them out of comfort zone sometimes is not always that bad. So if you take them to unfamiliar places and teach them some things about those places, and show them that not everybody lives the same sometimes, but it doesn't make us any better than anybody else. It just teaches them that you working hard can help you achieve some things, but there's also other folks that need help sometimes that maybe you can teach your children some lessons through those. Number 8 is recognize is that one size really doesn't fit all. So each child is not going to like the same things or do the same things or have fun at the same things. Each child may be different when it comes to reading, and it's okay. But different brains, they process information differently, especially at these young ages, and they change all the time, don't they? Number 9 is help them see the big picture. Having older children or adolescents, sometimes they can do a lot of things on their own, and they can change their minds about what they may want to be when they grow up, or what degree they want to pursue when they get into college. And our daughter changed her degree, I think, 4 times. But it's okay for them to be able to use their mind to change their mind sometimes. And when you help them see the big picture, it helps them see that, okay, just because I can't get over this problem right now doesn't mean I'm not going to reach my dream. Help them dream. Help them write out their dreams. I was doing an interview this week, and I was talking about our daughter who, at a young age, I was teaching her about writing goals down. And she wrote on her goals at 11 years old that she wanted to go skydiving with Dad. And when I read that, I'm going like, we're not doing that. You're 11 years old. You can't go skydiving just yet, okay? Actually, Dad didn't want to go skydiving just yet. But she wrote that down. And by writing that down, 10 years later, she calls me one day and says that she's made reservations for us to go skydiving. I'm going like, wow. So when you teach them something, they're going to listen to some of those things. And writing goals was important. And number 10, encourage kids to set their own bar. I mean, set their own dreams and where they're going. And popular culture today and cliches think some of them, if you don't do what they're doing, you're not cool or whatever. Well, cool can be whatever you want it to be. Some of the things in our country right now going on is not cool at all, right? But I think that when we help our kids set their own bars of goal setting and where they want to go in life, I think that it really builds a foundation for them that will be hard to surpass. It will. Tell your kids that they have their own strengths, and God can lead them into finding what their strengths are and what they're going to be doing in life to help other people as well. So I was thinking about this lesson, and I was thinking about 1 Corinthians 16:13. It's a scripture that says, be on your own guard, stand firm in the faith, be courageous, and be strong. It's hard sometimes when we're working with our kids to be strong, but you have to, as a parent. You have to be there for them, and you have to let them know that I'm here, I'm going to be here, regardless if you disagree with me or not. I'm going to be here as your parent because this is my responsibility to be here, nobody else. I'm going to be your parent to lead you and guide you. Now do it in love. Do it in love. I did a lesson this morning on love, on the dad connection, and how we have to really throw our love out there for our children more and more each day, and let them know that you love them, mom and dad, and because let them know that home is the safest place for them to be. So there's an old thing that was a poem that was put together years ago, and it's kind of sums up with how we do things and what the outcome may be. And it kind of goes like this: watch your thoughts, for they become words, and watch your words, because they do become your actions. You have to watch your actions because they become our habits, and we have to watch our habits because they do become our character. And we have to watch our character because, if you don't watch your character, your destiny may go in a different direction than it needs to go. So you have to watch your character so it becomes your destiny. And you want it to be positive for yourself, for your family, for your future, of your kids. And part of that destiny is being strong there and being a dad for life. So this is Keith Jowers of Dads for Life, trying to give you just 10 ways to be inspirational with your kids, reminding them all the time that you love them, because that is a big inspiration all to itself. And, it's been tough for us these last several months as in our country and really around the world. But we have to be strong for each other and for our families, of course. And if you know somebody that's going through crisis because of all the disease, the plague, and the pandemic we got going on right now, be strong for them, encourage them, help them any way you possibly can, because they need it, because one day you may need it as well. And your children are going to see that. So you can be inspirational to your friends and your family and your neighbors and your coworkers and all those around them. And while doing so, you can be inspirational to your children. So go out and encourage, enhance, enrich the life of someone today. And make sure you start with your children, because they truly do need it more. If you want to find out more about what Dads for Life is there for, to encourage you and help you and how we can help you, you can go to dadsforlife.com. Check out some of our free resources, some of the ways we can work with you. If you want to check out Dads, I can give you a free 1-hour discovery call where we can just talk about, connecting, how we can help connect with you to help you connect with your children better. So until next week, it's Keith Jowers saying, go out, be inspirational to someone today. All right? We'll see you later, guys. Bye-bye.